Have there been any debates with your opponent?
No, one was scheduled with the Saratogian. It just couldn't fit into our schedule. So
But isn't that something that should have been a top priority for the public to see you two together? Why couldn't you fit it in? What was going on?
Because we had other commitments, and it was.
What were they?
Out meeting the public.
So individually meeting the public is more important than putting on a debate that the public could see?
I'd like to have the people understand where my views are, and it was given to us, I think, like the day before, and we just had it just.
Are you ready to debate them now? Would there be debates before the primary?
I think my schedule's booked right up until 7.
So you're refusing to debate them?
I'm not refusing.
Look, you can change a schedule.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's an old trick of politicians. I'm too busy to debate. Isn't a debate something that should be of the highest priority?
Absolutely.
So why not clear your schedule to do it?
And we'll look into it.
What does that mean?
We'll see.
You're going to do it or not?
We'll see what.
So you won't commit. I mean, that's usually a strategy not to do it.
At this point, like I said, we'll look into.
But what was the reason not to do it? What could you possibly have? Why not set aside an evening or a morning? I'll give you my show here for an hour if you want to do it here, although this isn't probably not the best venue for you. But why wouldn't you want to do it unless you're afraid to debate them?
Absolutely not.
So why not debate them then?
Like I said, we'll look into it.
What does that mean? You've been looking into it for months.
I'll confer with my.
I mean, doesn't that sound wussy for a sheriff? A guy's going to be a sheriff. He's afraid to. He won't debate his opponent.
No, absolutely not.
Then why not? Just give us a reason.
There is no. I'll look into it.
What does that mean? I'll look into it. I'll give you a minute right now to think about it and tell us your answer. I'll be silent for a minute.
My answer to you is that we will review it, we will look into it, and if.
But what are the factors to be considered? If you look into something, you have factors. You have to see, is it a plus or a minus for me? Presumably, you concluded it was a minus. Otherwise, you would do it. What else could it be? I can't hold my own?
No.
Certainly you could. You're an experienced guy. So why wouldn't you want the public to see it? Won't that be a factor for the local papers and their endorsements if you refuse to debate the guy? And shouldn't it be a factor? How would you feel about a candidate if you were trying to make up your mind between two candidates and one wouldn't debate the other? Wouldn't you feel badly about that candidate? Shouldn't the public have a right to expect a debate?
Like I said, with the what I'm talking about is my schedule doesn't permit that. Up until September 10th, I am out.
Who is possibly booked up for 2 weeks without a little window? Give the guy a half an hour. He may turn you down, but at least say I can do it at 11 o'clock at night next Tuesday evening.
Fred, I'm out walking day and night.
All right. Mike Zurlo, thank you for coming in. I can't, that's one I cannot believe. But listen, thank you for coming in. Good luck. Not easy to be in the political arena. Nice fellow, and he certainly has committed himself over many years to the Sheriff's Department in Saratoga County. But how do you justify not debating your opponent, and not just not debating your opponent, but not having a good explanation for why you're not going to debate your opponent, except that I'm too busy, my schedule is booked up? I mean, think of that as an insult. What an insult that is to the electorate, to say I can't clear an hour to make way for an opportunity for the public and those young people he says he cares about. You know, at the beginning he sounded like he was running for school principal, not sheriff, saying he's going to meet the students once a month and have them tell him what they want. I mean, come on. There's nothing new to learn there. But the emphasis, it seems to me, has to be on letting the voters know what it is you have in mind and explaining things clearly. And, I mean, look, if you had a good reason not to debate, and I can't think of one except as political strategy. We've seen it over the years. It was made infamous a number of years ago by then Governor Mario Cuomo, who used to use it as a technique to minimize his opponent. The argument was that if you allowed, say, an Andy O'Rourke to debate you, it would raise his stature, give him more publicity. People would maybe tune in and like what he had to say. And that's apparently what Mike Zurlo's advisors have told him. He does seem to be a creature of advisors. As he was saying with the attempt to knock Jeff Gildersleeve off the ballot, his lawyers told him the opportunity was there. Well, as I said, you can tell your lawyers that's not the right thing to do, especially when it's over a mere technicality of spelling your name or how you put your name down. It's not as if the allegation was that the petition signatures were false, and I think that's a very legitimate reason to knock someone off if they're not complying with the law that way. But if you put your name down in a way that you're not normally known, should that be grounds to stop the voters from having a decision? Obviously, that's a rhetorical question. The answer, of course, is no. Got an email here. I don't know who these people are that are coming in. Lisa Girardi. Thanks, Fred, for doing what you do best, asking the hard questions and making the candidate answer. I wish I could have made him answer on that one. And here's a guy, very bright guy. Well, he says, great job in trying to zoom in on Zurlo. He used a different word. I don't want to use that on the air. And a few other people weighing in. Well, the point is that it's sad, generally around, of course, that we don't have candidates who are more confident and comfortable in their skin, so to speak.